Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
Well, now the captions are on, though they're not picking up everything you say.
I know, because I'm such a quiet, introverted person.
Well, maybe you should be louder. You should be a loud, introverted person.
Oh, hold on. I need to turn this down. Sorry for anybody listening who doesn't have any eardrums anymore. Then I need to do this, and boom. You should have audio now. Do you have audio?
It looks like the thingy.
Oh, whoa. It's so big.
I have audio.
It's so big. Hold on.
You should fix that.
Transform. Fit the screen, but shrink it down. I don't know why it's so big. There. Do you have audio?
The question is whether the stream has audio.
Well, if you have audio, the stream has audio.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have quiet audio, but I have audio.
Yeah, it's at, like... I can turn it up slightly. It's at about 50% right now. Obviously, I can turn up the, I turned it down because, holy crap, the intro is loud.
Where have you been? Nobody's seen you for the past 2 days. We've all been worried.
Oh, right, there was a discussion, and then, like,
forever.
And then, Lupin just showed up. I've had some things to deal with. Apologies for not telling you in advance, but here are the funds for our future activities. Lupin turns a heavy-looking bag over the table, and a mountain of bills falls out.
Where did you get all this? Oh my, that certainly is a heap of money.
Just a bit of my handling fee. All this from a handling fee?
I don't really have a good grasp of money yet, but is this much enough to solve our troubles?
Our troubles are long gone. With this much, we could even buy ourselves an airship. An airship? I have no idea how much one of those would cost, but if Impey is this excited about it, they're probably very valuable.
No, you just buy an airship for like $5.
Yeah, like $5.
Easily available at the corner store.
Yeah. You know, everybody has a few airships lying around. It's fine.
Excuse me. Then our money problems are over?
Seems that way. Or, sorry, ugh. Seems that way. I see. That's great news. But...
Lupin, this money... Did you come by it honestly?
Of course.
Mademoiselle.
Mademoiselle. I swear my name is Arsène Lupin. My brain blanks. He smiles at me while he says this. And I didn't even earn this money so we could spend it on lavish things. Let's plan our expenditures more carefully from now on. Hey, Mary!
Oh, an Otome game. Yep.
These
play
are
some of those sometimes.
sometimes. We should be playing this again Wednesday.
We are, because I will not be able to stream Lovingly Evil.
Yeah.
So we will be playing Code Relights again.
Oh, that's fine. We skipped a few code realizes, so we can catch up.
I mean, that was the thing, was that we did Code Realize like an extra time the other time, because Lovingly Evil wouldn't, or we would have skipped a bunch of Sundays, so it was like, okay, let's put this in between.
Yeah. I'm not going to reprimand you, no matter where the money came from. You must have faced quite an opponent to get this. Something like that. Quite an evildoer indeed, who was quite loaded. An evildoer? What sort of evil was he doing? Are you sure he won't come after us later? I wouldn't make a mistake against a small fry like that. Also, I have to make a formal report to someone about what I did. Does anyone have an idea where Delacroix the Younger is? Oh, right.
Ellie's in his room.
Oh, right. They're calling him Deli.
Mm-hmm. Like a sandwich.
I was about to say, are we gonna go get a few sandwiches?
Well, he's already a patat.
I just came from there, and he wasn't in.
Damn.
Where could he be? Eh? Deli.
I think he came up with that nickname.
How you doing, Mary? Oh, I like it. Suits a little kid like him. Well, if he's not here, I guess I'll go look for him.
Well, who's going to take some breakfast to him?
I had already finished my own meal long before, so I stand and thank Impey for cooking it. As I'm clearing my plates, Saint Germain calls out to me.
Right. Azacy, are you free this afternoon? Today? I have time. Then would you accompany me for shopping? I'd like to gather some good ingredients for our meal tonight. You may need to leave the mansion once a day in any case. How about it?
Helping him shop. That sounds like something I can do.
Alright, I'll come with you.
I made plans for later with Saint Germain, then Lupin and I split up to search for Deli. Knock on the door to the boy's room.
I thought that.
There is no response. As Lupin said, he is not in his room. He doesn't seem to have returned either. The door isn't locked, but Saint Germain told me that it's rude to enter people's rooms without permission. While I was going through training, the Count taught me how to act like a proper lady while we walked around London. I don't know if I heard well, but I've been well. How about you two?
It's okay, we were asking how you've been.
Yes, we were asking how you have been, Mary. And, I've been okay. I've been feeling a bit better lately, now that I've been, actually been able to be productive for once.
I feel like I've been busy.
You're always busy.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna be busy after this, too.
Is there a day where you do nothing? Has there been a day in the past few, months where you've done nothing?
Yeah, my day off the other time. And I didn't finish lunch until 4. Wait, did I work? No, I think I worked on blog stuff after that.
See,
but that's not doing busy things, I think.
That's still doing things?
How does one do nothing?
You be
Maybe
Sharky.
there was one day I binged all of the Loki series. by accident, but then that was like a work day, so it's not like I did nothing the whole day.
Pinching Loki during work?
Huh?
You
No.
binge?
After.
Why not during?
Because I was working. I had meetings and stuff. I had work to get done. That's why.
Screw the meetings.
I like having an income, which requires me to keep my job.
Yeah, my work's gonna suck this week.
Well, at least it's a short week, right?
Yeah, it's 3
Most
days.
of us in the US.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. Your line.
Going in without permission would be bad. So don't go in.
Need to put his teachings in action. And out to myself and get ready to leave. Get ready to leave.
I like to think that this means that AC was just running around, like opening random people's rooms all the time until St. Germain was like, to be a lady, you must not do that. That's impolite.
But what about Link?
Link is also impolite. You kidding me?
Go into people's houses, smash their pottery, steal their money, peace out.
Yeah, that's very rude.
But it makes Link rich.
He's not even as elegant about it as Lupin. Maybe I should leave the food here?
Perhaps Deli will come back while we're looking elsewhere. I decided to leave his breakfast by the door. Gently place the tray next to the door so that it won't spill and head off. I wonder where he went. St. Germain's mansion is very big. Even if we're in the same building, it's difficult to find someone here. Perhaps he's wandering aimlessly through the halls like I used to.
I hope his breakfast doesn't get cold.
Impey made such a delicious meal, so it'd be best if he could eat it hot. As I'm thinking this...
Hey, stop it!
Did you actually hear Deli speak?
Mm-hmm.
Da 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 da!
I hear music now.
Aren't you so...
I hear Deli's voice.
Aren't you so happy?
Uh-huh. But I missed the crying.
You did miss crying, Deli.
Oh well.
Maybe next
Okay, I've
time.
played this game before.
I hear Deli's voice. I go over to a nearby window.
I said stop! It tickles! It tickles! So cute.
Cece is playing with Deli.
Don't lick my face so much! You... He looks like he's having fun.
I look away and sigh softly. I'm glad. Deli's able to laugh.
Yeah, it took AC way longer.
Well, when you're heartless...
She had to take the time to grow a new heart?
Yeah!
Alas, I don't think she has a functioning grown new heart.
I don't know how, but somehow this makes me feel like things will turn out alright. And suddenly, I remember the time I laughed, and how everyone paid attention to me for it.
Maybe they all felt like I do now.
I keep this thought in mind and head over to the garden, filled with strange joy.
Oh, right. Was it that we turned off? Just the main
Yeah, we only
voices?
turned off the main voices, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's all in Japanese, so we still have to read it.
Uh-huh.
Should we turn off these
Deli's?
voices as well?
Yeah, we can turn off Deli's voice.
Whose voices are included and whatnot? I don't even know.
Finis,
All this time, it's just been
Shawls,
like, yeah, okay.
Alistair. Yeah, we can turn off Deli's voice.
Well, no, should we? I guess for all of them, really.
I mean, we can.
I'm just like, well, if we're gonna be reading all the voices anyway. Man, it's weird to be able to hear everyone.
I know. I was trying to figure it out, and this is what I've decided on. As long as the stream can hear it and you can hear it, I'm happy.
That's good. But now I'm like, wait, now that I can hear it, I realize how weird it's been that we've just been talking over. Whoops. How come you never mentioned this before?
Look, we went over the sound settings like first episode. So I was...
Very well. You may serve under me. Isn't it an honor? Oh, you have potential, obeying me without resistance like this. I shall give you the highest seat in my army of darkness. Army of darkness?
He jumps back at the sound of my voice and takes a fighting stance. The potato's gonna punch. But this is pretty much how talking to him always goes, so it doesn't faze me anymore.
What do you want? I see you and Cece have become friends. It's none of your business. But this fellow's name is Cece. Yes, Impey named him. Impey? Ah, the red-headed man who appears to have the lowest intellect of the bunch. Shame to think that named you.
Deli, come on. Impey's actually pretty impressive, but so many people underestimate him.
Yep. Well, when he acts like that.
Yeah.
By the way, why does Cece have a mechanical leg? It's because someone hurt him before Impey found him. Impey built him that leg so he could walk normally.
Deli looks sadly at Cece.
They would go so low as to harm a life that poses no threat to them. Humans are indeed a garbage race. But humans have given Cece a new home and are taking care of him now. Can't watch the screen because I'm driving. I've pulled over to type this, but y'all are keeping me company on my drive to Connecticut. Yay, 10 months. Okay, back to driving. I'll be quiet, but I'm here. Hi, Pi.
Hi, Pi.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you have a good drive.
Have a safe drive.
Yes, and a very safe drive. We'll be here for about, like, 2 hours? Hour and a half more?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a tight schedule today, but we're gonna be like our usual 2 hours, I hope. Yeah. Should be about that one. Dot. I think that there are many different kinds of people. Not all of them are bad. And what have you come here for?
To say eat your breakfast, young potato.
And I didn't want you to get hungry, so I brought breakfast to your room. But you weren't in, so... Breakfast. I see. All right. Yes.
He was laughing so easily earlier, but his voice stiffens when talking with us. There's nothing I can do about it, but it makes me angry somehow. Also, wow, 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a long time. Oh, there you... What?
It is a long time.
There you are. I've been looking for you. Lupin appears, breaking the silence. I have a souvenir for you.
A souvenir? You aren't holding anything.
Oh, excuse me. Lupin takes a large square of cloth from a pocket and lays it out on the ground. He slowly pinches it and then lifts it up. And now there's a small suitcase sitting where the cloth had been. When did Lupin become a magician?
He always has been. Aren't these the kinds of tricks that he likes to pull to fool people when he's making his escape?
No, because tricks are for kids.
Well, Deli's a kid, isn't he? You're some kind of wizard!
You know, I can't argue with that.
He's performing a trick. Or a kid. Tricks are for kids, yes. Yeah, exactly.
The backgrounds in this game are gorgeous. Yes, they are.
They really are.
I mean, even the character art.
The characters are really nicely designed.
Oh, they're so good too. But also the backgrounds. Like, look at the flowers and the trees.
The art's really good. The characters are really good. The music's really good.
The voices.
I'm insisting we do Impey's route first because I'm like, I want us to get to the parts where we learn more about him so that he maybe grows on you, so I don't have to hear every route until his. I'm like, oh, Impey!
Well, we can't say much about the voices because we use ours, but I assume they're also good.
Yeah, I think the voices are also good. I mean, anyway, they're in Japanese, so...
Yeah.
We
Unfortunately...
turn them off so that we won't have double voices, but... Unless people want us to turn them back on.
I am just a gentleman thief. That was a trick. Deli looks at him, his eyes
Or a
wide.
kid. A trick for a kid.
Gosh dang it, Satan. Stop making me laugh mid-sentence.
Too bad.
His eyes wide as Lupin opens the suitcase. Pay attention to what's inside. You'll be surprised.
What is this about?
Deli turns his attention to the suitcase, sounding offended by Lupin's attitude. Inside the suitcase is...
Those are the treasures of the vampires that I was supposed to take back!
The case is filled with beautiful pieces of artwork and gems, all packed in next to one another.
You had them all this time? Give them back! They belong to my people!
Yes, yes, I know. I stole all these for you.
Stole?
Lupin shrugs and pushes the suitcase towards the boy. Deli accepts it and looks back at Lupin, seemingly in shock. I never steal for myself. I do it for others. I just found where your treasures were kept and I picked them up. I looked into it and the people who owned these items were all making dirty money. It felt good to steal from them.
What is the meaning of this? I have no way to repay you for these.
Even as he says this, he pushes the suitcase behind him with one foot, as if it truly is important to him. I can't pay you for these, slides it behind him.
What is the meaning of this? I can't pay you for these. They are mine, though, so I'm taking them.
Oh, Don't worry.
I like how it's like as if these are important to him. Like, yes, we know that they are.
We know
that very well that they are.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm not going to take them back. I've already been paid handsomely by the folks I stole these from.
Oh, the handling fee you mentioned.
Exactly. How do you like it, Sir Delacroix? This is how a real thief gets things done. Lupin spins once, then gives the boy a graceful bow.
I'm not going to thank you.
But thanks! I should be thanking you. Going after these artifacts allowed me to earn a huge amount of money in a way I view ethical.
I see. So it's Deli who's to thank for getting you to take action so that we don't starve.
Yes!
Good job, Deli.
We adopted a child so that we can steal from people and make money. Got it. It's apparently the only reason we adopted this child.
Well, no. The reason we adopted this child is so that he can kill Van Helsing later.
Oh, also true. So that the child can murder someone.
He wants to kill Van Helsing now, but Van Helsing's like, no. You can't kill me right now, because I have to kill someone else for revenge first. Once my revenge is complete, then you can take your revenge by killing me.
This game is ridiculous.
Very fun game.
This game is ridiculous. As ridiculous as every other game we've played.
But are you enjoying it?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Hold on. You can't possibly be calling me Deli, can you? I will not be referred to by such a ridiculous name.
Oh, come on, Deli. Delacroix II is a mouthful. It's not making fun of you, it's a step towards true friendship. What do you say?
You don't like it? Of course not!
Okay, so should we call you Drac? Suddenly, Deli's stomach rumbles.
Oh, I left some breakfast by the door to your room if you want it. I don't need breakfast.
Well, how else are you gonna grow up to murder Van Helsing? Deli starts running back to the mansion, then turns back to us.
I will not thank you. I'm not indebted to you at all.
Child. This child is
It's
such
a patat.
It's such a child.
A very cute patat.
Oh, so adorable. Lupin shrugs as we watch Deli run off.
Lupin, thank you.
Huh? There's no reason you should be thanking me. What's this about?
I'm just speaking on Deli's behalf.
Lupin smiles and walks back to the mansion. I turn to Cece, who is laying down quietly.
Cece, do you want to go see Deli with me?
Do you want to get some ham and turkey? That was the bark. Cece wags his tail and looks at me.
Sorry, we turned off all the voices except Cece.
Yes.
I'm happy you've made a new friend.
Well, because apparently Cece's voice is a sound effect, not a voice. Cece apparently doesn't speak.
Cece sound effects.
Cece sound effects. Cece works energetically. Why am I laughing? I'm such an idiot.
I'm like, I too do not speak. I sound effect.
Stop making me laugh.
No. Vegetables, meat, and seasoning. We got the mechanical part Impey asked for, as well as the chemical Victor wanted. It looks like we finally have everything we need.
As promised, the Count and I went into town that afternoon.
Are you sure you can carry all of that? I can take some of those. Ah, this is nothing. You're already carrying something for me. Well, yes, but...
I'm holding only a small paper bag with 2 apples inside. CC.S SFX, yes! CC.SFX, that is an accurate statement.
Mm-hmm.
The Count is holding 5 large bags filled with meats and produce in each arm.
Mm-hmm.
It must be heavy.
So I guess he's carrying like 10 bags, and he's like, I have 2 apples. What the fuck?
And Acey's like, can I help? And he's like, no.
No, you're already carrying something. Smile.
Smile.
Really? I'll take some. No need. It's a matter of etiquette for a lady to allow a man to have his moment of glory.
No! I nod reluctantly at Saint Germain's picture-perfect smile.
Wow.
What? I wonder how much weight he's carrying in each arm. It must take an immense amount of strength. Look at my own 2 hands. I wonder if I'd be able to handle that. Van Helsing did say that I was unbelievably fast and hardy during our training.
Certainly in these times, if AC was carrying an equivalent amount of weight, people on the street would be judging Saint Germain.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes.
But I'd really like to try.
As I'm turning to him to say this, I see his boy selling papers to people around him. Extra, extra, read all about it! The boy steps in front of us and holds up one of the papers he's hawking. Wonder if something big has happened. Curious, so I look at the paper. The headline makes me gasp the moment I see it clearly.
Violent terrorist Victor Frankenstein attempts bombing passenger train? Military Technology Advisor Fitness stops would-be attack in its tracks. May have been target of assassination attempt.
I mean, that is a true statement.
Well... the latter is a true statement.
I mean, yes, the headline is not a true statement, but...
I mean, it also wasn't an assassination attempt. It was a kidnapping.
Fair.
So, like, actually none of it's true.
Van Helsing, who knows, could have assassinated him right then and there.
Well, that wasn't for assassination purposes. That was just, I'm gonna kill you. That was just murder. And that, because, I mean, assassination is like, oh, they plotted with the intention of killing him, right? But no, the intention was to kidnap him. And then Van Helsing's just like, fuck all that, I'm gonna kill you right now. I see that the government has stepped up their search efforts in the hunt for Dr. Frankenstein. Victor would never try to destroy a train with people on board. Like, technically, there were people on board. They were just soldier people.
Yeah.
It's just, he wouldn't do that to civilians. He did disconnect the cars, but this seems over the top. We need to come up with some countermeasures. We need to head back and tell the others. You're right. Have we finished? We finished up our shopping here. Shall we be heading back?
Saint Germain smiles.
I'm just like, are you talking about this openly just in the middle of the street, guys?
They plotted the kidnapping in the middle of a train station.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they're talking about it in the middle of the street. They don't care.
Well, it was like, oh, if you just say it openly, whatever, then people just assume you're like kidding or something, blah blah blah. But if you it doesn't really matter was the justification. But like if you look at the thing and go, we have to head back and tell Frankenstein. Yeah, we should. That's a little different.
Saint Germain smiles his usual smile and begins walking in the opposite direction of the mansion.
Count? What's the matter? You're going the wrong way. We're being followed. Because we just talked about having Victor Frankenstein in our home 2 minutes ago in the open. What?
Well, we talked about Frankenstein. We're gonna go say our best buddy. Okay.
There are 3. It seems they're highly trained. Twilight, no doubt.
Ah, yes. The vampires and werewolves are after us.
No, that was the previous chapter.
The werewolves are after us.
Twilight is here? Yes, but try not to give away that we've noticed. Let's let them follow us for a bit and grow complacent. Come, Miss Stacy, let's go. Oh, right.
The Count begins walking and I hurry to catch up.
We have a rare opportunity for some hands-on training here. Let's make sure not to let it go to waste. You want to train me? Now?
I mean, what better time than the present?
Indeed. From this point on, the danger that you'll encounter can only grow. In order to increase your survival rate in situations such as these, a training session that is just a touch too dangerous fits the bill perfectly.
I nod, trying to keep my pace even with his.
But don't fret. At the very least, I will be sure to protect you should anything happen here. Sorry, I hear Mog howling.
Like that? Jeez, I think I just heard him. The Mogs shall call, and Satan shall answer the call.
Now, how should you act in this situation?
By finding a cat?
Yes, this is now guest starring Mog.
Isn't every stream? I say we continue walking down the main street.
I wouldn't do anything. I'd keep walking down a busy street. And why is that? Victor said so too. Twilight agents work in the shadows. They don't come out in the open unless it's absolutely necessary.
Because they don't want to sparkle in front of everyone.
So they wouldn't attack on a busy street like this one. Also, it's easier to hide among a crowd. Very good. I say that answer deserves a passing mark. Is that the right answer then? No, unfortunately, there is no right answer to this question.
Have
Have
either?
either of you heard about the Arcana? It's an LGBT plus friendly otome-inspired mobile game where you can choose your own pronouns and the love interests are of different genders. One is non-binary. Yes, I have played some of that. I got kind of tired. But they actually made it a lot more generous, and then I just kind of never went through the rest of it. But yeah, it's really nice, and it's also pretty.
Oh, is it?
It's called the Arcana also because it's sort of tarot inspired, which is interesting.
Doesn't
Like
inspire.
each of the chapters is titled after the major arcana
Ah.
like cards.
Yeah, okay.
And so it's sort of themed off of that as well. Which is really interesting to me. I don't know if Mary, have you actually played it? Should I keep talking about it?
Interesting.
I'm like, if we ever did mobile game streams, that would be a candidate, but we don't do that.
I mean, technically, I...
Oh, finished all the routes the other day.
Wow!
Yeah, I finished,
I mean, technically, I do
name?
have a way to do mobile streams. It's just not fun.
It's just not a thing we do, and it's not a thing I necessarily feel like we should do because I have such a backlog as it is.
Yeah.
And mobile games, Arcana you can play for free because they have like daily things that they actually made a lot more generous. Can't think of a better LGBT plus visual novel but the Arcana. I think that it's, how do I put it? It's interesting. I don't always like the game, and there is one character who, I mean, he's basically like a bad guy, right? And he's very sort of toxic. So the fact that they added him in as a love interest is kind of weird for me because I'm like, he's basically an abuser.
But also the villain? But the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But romanceable.
Okay.
You can choose to do his route.
Okay.
Yeah, I went through, what's her name? Portia? I went through her route, and that was cute. And I got about halfway through Muriel's. They do make it really easy in terms of like, they used to make it like you'd get like 10 coins a day or something. And then each chapter you could buy for like 300 coins. And you only get like 3 keys a day. And so like you could get the good end without paying any coins for stuff, but you would just not have access to some of the like more romantic options. So you would get like more romantic scenes or like be able to do like the better comforting thing, stuff like that.
Interesting.
But they've made it much more generous now, so they can even give you like 100, 200 coins a day.
Oh wow.
Because they have like a daily login thing. Yeah, I did Lucio's route, the minor antagonist, last because he's toxic, but interestingly, he's not the masculine toxic kind. He's
interesting.
He's very, for me, it's personally like so frustrating because he reminds me a lot of my really shitty ex.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
and like
understandable.
whiny, the whole world is unfair to me. I am entitled to this or that kind of way. Guilt tripping, just doing whatever he wants and justifying it as like the world owes me this.
Yeah.
No matter who it hurts.
Okay.
So for me personally, I fucking hate him. But you know, that's a personal thing.
Okay. Interesting. Whoop.
Unfortunately, there is no right answer to this question.
I've only done one mobile game dating sim ever, and I am fine with that one being the only one.
Mystic Messenger?
Yeah.
Mystic Messenger is base game is good. Like the base game, the deep route,
Yeah.
another story are good. DLCs, I'm just like toss them in the fucking trash.
Yeah.
I can't believe they made a Juman Bad End DLC.
Yeah. No.
And I'm just like, one, that's the toxic as fuck. He is super controlling
Hello,
ending.
Nick.
Hey Nick, how's the rest of your day yesterday?
I like Mystic Messenger's like.
Mystic Messenger is not LGBTQ friendly though.
No, it's not.
It straight up is like, oh, you're not a girl, then why are you here? It's just like, wow. Rude. Obey Me that I've been playing has been making an active effort of like, you don't get to choose your pronouns, but MC is always referred to gender neutrally. They kind of take care not to gender MC. And anytime they show like what's supposed to be MC in like an art or anything, they just stand it in with like a little pink sheep so that they don't give like MC a skin color or anything like
Yeah.
that. You're just a sheep.
Yeah. Which
Um,
hey, that's pretty good.
yeah, like they kind of are inclusive by not making it anything.
Yeah.
um, and they've sort of been like, I guess because of that, canonically, all of the characters are pan.
Mm.
Also, most of the characters are like demons and angels, so gender's not
A thing.
necessarily the same.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Saint Germain suddenly tosses his bags aside and takes my hand.
Oh, and the cool thing for Obey Me is there's at least one character who is not outright said to be ace, but who seems kind of ace. Like there was one event where it was like everyone was like contributing like a couple pages of like a little comic to this overall story that they were supposed to be writing together. Well, everyone kept discarding the previous people's stories and like writing in their own story, and it was basically like starring them, and then they would each try to end their chapter with a kiss with MC. But this character, who seems to be maybe ace, or I guess maybe also anyway, but like he reaches sort of the end of his part, and it like acts as though it's gonna be like, oh yeah, and then he goes in for a kiss, whatever. And MC can be like, you too, and he's like, oh, did everyone else already write that they gave you a hug? Oh, it's like, ah.
I'm running this.
Yeah.
I don't play many Otome games, so it's great to hear that there's some that are less gendered.
That one's like an actual Otome game, and it's like a Japanese Otome game. It's also mobile. You can play for free, although it's a gacha game.
Yeah, it's a gacha game.
But like
I've
you
heard
can
about,
play it for free.
I've heard about the gacha mechanics so much.
Like you can play for free, but it's nicer. You get a lot more. Obviously, if you go for every event, but I mean, sometimes I'm like, okay, I care less about this event. I'm not putting any money into it. That kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they made like a little gag anime.
Oh, did that get released?
Huh? Yeah.
Well,
it's still releasing.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that was
have
actually, like, came out.
episode 9 out now.
I didn't know episodes were out. I thought it was still, like...
I mean, they're only like 5 minutes or so each.
Oh, okay.
It's a very short little gag anime thing.
That's funny.
It's funny. It's a funny thing. Shamelessly comparing to the haircut. Obey Me is the one I've been obsessed with because I mean,
and
okay,
yes, we are talking about a dating sim,
Nick. And if you are religious, I understand if it makes you uncomfortable at all, because the main core thing of Obey Me is you date the 7 demon princes of hell, including Lucifer and Satan. I also was like, oh, shit. I might be a little close to that Satan. Since that Satan really likes reading and cats and has the main deadly sin for him. Are Lucifer and Satan not the same? No, in that one, they are 2 separate entities. And that is actually tracking closer with demonology, not Christianity.
Yes,
and that's sort of the thing.
I was also about to say, because Mick, you've been playing through Shin Megami Tensei. It's the same thing in Shin Megami Tensei and Persona games. Lucifer is a completely different entity than Satan is.
So in Obey Me, they are connected. And it's sort of like, I want to share spoilers if Mary might play. But it's mentioned pretty quickly on. Like, it's basically in your introduction to Satan. When you get to his actual chapters, is that basically the way they did it was not all demons are fallen angels. The devildom just existed before. But when Lucifer rebelled, with some other angels who are his brothers, after falling, he was filled with such wrath that anger split off from him into a whole new person, and that was Satan, and that was how Satan was born.
Interesting.
In the story.
Interesting.
So Satan. Right. All right. So we have rats. We have cats. Am I accidentally that Satan too? Shit.
Ah, so your name fits perfectly. Lich King Satan.
He's not one of my favorites because he's a little bit too much rebellious teenager.
Lich King Satan. Lich King Satan. Lich King Satan.
That's the game that I have like a whole side blog thing for now with my roommate. And
it's a whole thing.
Yeah. Over there, so as not to be confusing, I am Mod Chaos, which I don't know if y'all got my message. If anyone's uncomfortable with like saying Satan or typing Satan, I can also accept Chaos. Since I know Nick spelled it with like a parentheses or something at some point, I was like, oh yeah, not everyone's comfortable with this. This way, Miss AC.
The moment he pulls me away... Sharp spear thuds into the ground where I had been standing just a second ago.
I can't believe they throw a weapon into a crowd like this.
The people around us begin to notice that things are amiss, and confusion spreads.
Like Doctor, not quite, but...
Ah, yes, the Blade Knight has come. Before we can move, the Twilight Soldiers are ready to strike again.
Let's retreat into that house.
As the crowd grows louder, I run into a nearby alley, Saint Germain right behind.
When the enemy throws common sense out the window, sensible tactics no longer prove effective. Remember this. There is no such thing as certain victory anywhere humans are. I understand.
I turn away from him, ready to start running again, but my feet come to a halt. There are several Twilight soldiers standing before us with swords drawn.
As I suspected, it was a trap to lure us away from the main street. Their tactics are very by the book.
He says this softly and with a smile, as if this all falls in line with his predictions. Several of the men take cautious stances. There's no room to run in the narrow alley. Just as Lupin and Van Helsing taught me, I quickly check my surroundings.
Saint Germain, I can buy us some time in this restricted space.
I have a small smoke bomb in my pocket. Victor had given it to me just in case something happened. Like, Twilight just started, like, cornering me. I close my hand around it as I continue.
I'll distract them. Can you get past them and get help from the others? Oh, so you're telling me to desert you and flee? Their objective is to capture me, but they might kill you. I appreciate your concern, but don't worry. These men are incapable of killing me.
If this was Impey, I'd be like, because I'm too stupid to die.
Look, he's very sturdy. What?
Without holding a single weapon, Saint Germain steps in front of me. The Twilight soldiers hold up their swords threateningly.
Oh, watch out!
The instant I shout this, a large wooden box slams into one of the soldiers from the side. He careens into another soldier, and they both go down. The Twilight troops respond quickly. The other soldiers spin around and disappear into the darkness of the alley. The fallen soldiers are up in an instant and follow the rest.
Retreat if an encounter introduces an unknown element. It seems their fear of being caught and possibly disclosing information is greater than their desire to capture us. But what just happened?
A new figure appears from around the corner as if waiting for a cue.
Wait, who is Schultz?
You.
Damn.
Because I'm
right.
I'm Lupin.
Right. Damn. Long time no see, my lady. I'm glad you aren't hurt. You!
I'm
I
sorry.
have so many voices today.
You are so many voices today. But then there'll also be days that I'm so many voices. One last thing about the Arcana, I think Satan asked. Well, I'm not sure why he stopped playing. All 6 planned routes are out, and there's a few side stories available.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I stopped playing like less than a month ago, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, basically when I got my new phone, I had it on my old phone that I was going to be sending in for trade-in. And so I was examining like, okay, which of these games do I actually want to keep? Because I have to like install it on the other phone or whatever. And I was like, you know, actually, I can remove this one. I'm not... It got to the point where I was like, so they have 3 daily things. One is like this wheel of treasure or whatever, and I unlocked every single thing off of that. Because you get to turn it once a day for free. There was also the daily login like thing you had to click. That was just like would open up at like 3 a.m. every day. And that one actually gives you, if you log in every day for a week straight, you get like a free tarot reading in there. And there's like a few different kinds that you can get from different characters. And then there's also like a little, it's like a board game thing where you try to land on the same square as one of these 3 characters that are moving around the board randomly 4 times, or you have to get 4 hearts with one of those 3 in 6 turns.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, so there is, for the first half, if you just land on the same spot as them, you get 1 heart. But the second half of it sort of ups the stakes, that when you land, you get the choice of play it safe or like take a risk or whatever. And the risk one, it's double or nothing essentially. So you could get 2 hearts that way.
Okay.
So if you were really behind, you can still make it even if you have 0 by the 3rd turn. So, you. Oh, do you know one another?
Yes, me, Sharky. I'm here.
You're not Sholmes.
No, I'm not. Satan Sholmes.
And Saint Germain and AC.
I'm narrator.
Yeah. Not really. He's the mystery man who got in the way of our plan to capture Finis. Lupin had a really tough time with him. You speak of me as if I'm a villain. Here, in this situation, I should be seen as the hero who saved you.
I mean, that is true.
Oh, wait. Should I give him a super British accent?
If you want.
Suppose technically he's the most British out of all of them. I mean, Frankenstein's not actually British, right? Lupin's technically supposed to be French. I think Saint Germain's technically supposed to be from elsewhere. But Sholmes is just straight up British.
Where is Frankenstein from?
Not a very British name. So I'm like, I don't think he's originally.
Oh, born in Italy. And then, like, most of the time it's Germany, except for the part that's at the North Pole. But born Italy, like, went to schooling in Germany.
Interesting. Doesn't sound like a very Italian name either.
Bring that up to Mary Shelley.
I will when I see her in hell. I see. How funny that we encounter you here again. It's as if you'd been following us to begin with. Oh. Like, wait. Pause. How do British accent?
Percy.
Yeah, Percy has a different kind of British accent, I think. I'm like, I gave Saint Germain almost a British accent is the problem. I'll leave that to your imagination. But why did you save us? You were trying to stop us before.
The problem's gonna be consistently switching.
Uh-huh. I'm not gonna be able to. It's a detective's job to prevent crime, is what I'd like to say. But I'm actually off duty right now. It wasn't work that motivated me to act. If I may also add, does a gentleman need a reason to come to a lady's rescue? I see.
You see, we all see ice cream!
We see ice cream.
We see ice cream!
Okay.
Yes?
Read your line.
He continues speaking without hesitation. Sherlock Sholmes suddenly stops to take a breath and faces us.
Now, as this gentleman is no doubt already aware, it's no coincidence that I'm here. I was following you both and those who left us just now. I see. So you were following Twilight, who was following us. We had two tails.
Ah, 7 more and then we become a 9-tailed fox.
Wow. Indeed. There are many things I'd like to ask those Twilight folks. But first, you two.
Sholmes makes a gesture to indicate that he is thinking.
Within the past few days, a number of treasures said to have been owned by vampires were stolen, along with a fortune. The items were stolen using brilliant techniques. This was the work of your friend Lupin, wasn't it?
We can neither confirm nor deny. We can neither confirm nor deny. My eyes dart around.
And clip.
No!
Someone clip.
My eyes dart about at this unexpected question. Someone like Sholmes find out it was Lupin's doing, and he's going to be caught. I take a few deep breaths. I calm myself down so that I can keep a cool demeanor while we speak. And
You
then...
already spent all this time, like, eyes darting around, taking deep breaths before you answer. Yeah, you're totally gonna fool him. I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about.
My words tumble out awkwardly.
You're a poor liar. Your genuine nature is one of the best things about you. But I must eventually teach you how to conceal your thoughts. They're so... Both of them have their eyes closed in that, like...
Oh, this is hilarious. You're so bad at this.
Please do. Teach me how not to just give away everything.
While our conversation remains light, Saint Germain gently moves in front of me as if to protect me.
And now that you know this fact, what are you going to do with us? I don't intend to do anything. This was simply to confirm facts. I would have been fine if you denied it. Thanks, Mick. I just want every
Are you
Sharky
gonna
impromptu singing.
Are you gonna edit like a Sharky compilation of scat?
Maybe. That'd be fun. That'd be funny.
No, it wouldn't.
It would be funny.
We'll just get a random upload that I didn't do. And it'll just be like Sharky scatting compilation, and I'll be like, gosh dang it.
I mean, I do have access to the YouTube channel.
Yes, you do. It's more, would you actually spend effort to make a scatting compilation?
That's the question. Do I have time to do that?
Thankfully, no.
Yet.
Satan?
Hmm?
No.
Not to this young lady here. Now that I think on it, I was never properly introduced.
But I do thank you for the compilation, or for the clip, even though I'm like, meh, meh, meh.
Thanks, Nick.
Something, like, on Twitch's side, it does, like, do good things. Algorithms and all that.
It does? I just wanted to save it because Sharky's singing.
I believe clips and stuff do help. Like, literally anything helps. Showing up, like, and watching, even if you're not talking, clipping, like, everything does actually help in the background.
Since we've been happily reunited, it would please me to know your name. AC.
Not to be confused with Macy.
Uh-huh. Macy is a mace. AC cannot be touched.
Since I've no reason to turn him down, I simply state my name. He tweaks his mouth as if chewing on something, and nods, seemingly satisfied?
I've committed your name to memory. Thank you, AC.
Nah, sounds like he's got it memorized.
Uh-huh. Back to what we had been talking about. If the culprit of those thefts is one of your friends, for now you're not my enemy. As I said earlier, I'm off duty right now. Just an average citizen enjoying his day off.
And smacking some government officials around.
With a box. You say for now, which means there may be the possibility that you will become our enemy in the future. Yes. We'll be enemies starting tomorrow morning, to be exact.
At promptly 7:15 a.m.
Uh-huh. I received requests to assist Scotland Yard as well as one from the military. It seems the British government is sparing no expense in attempting to capture the violent criminal Victor Frankenstein.
Ruh-roh, Raggy!
There is permission to kill him on the spot if it becomes necessary.
Ruh-roh!
No! Twilight and the military have quite similar tactics. Whose request are you going to accept? I will always stand by the law, even if the law is unjust. That is how we maintain order in society.
No.
No?
That's not.
That's not. No.
This is incorrect.
Yeah.
but Okay.
Although I have yet to find out their true intentions, I will gladly cooperate with them if it means the law is upheld. Your philosophy on justice is the polar opposite of Lupin's.
Huh, no wonder they're best friends.
Well, I mean, this is specifically Sholmes, not Holmes, because it's the rival to Lupin.
Yeah.
Arsène Lupin, a gentleman thief who adheres to his own definition of justice. If we allow his methods to continue and the masses emulate his ways, I believe it will leave us with chaos.
Lupin wouldn't do something like that.
Yet.
I wonder. Whatever the result, a crime is a crime.
Have you heard of Little Miss Lonesome or Fuck Me Royally? Same company. These are also Otome games. I have heard of them, I think, but I didn't look deeply into them. I think I've glanced because they're in the related things for some of the games we have in the backlog.
Either way, I just wanted to give you a warning.
A warning?
Yes. If I'm forced to seriously come after you, I will uncover your location and your schemes in no time flat.
I'm just like, are those even stream-friendly games?
Unsure. Oh, also, thanks for joining, Mary.
Yes.
Have a good rest of your day.
Yes,
Thanks for coming by.
Yes, thank you for joining.
If you have to go.
Yeah. We're always glad for anybody that shows up, because y'all are amazing.
I'd have to double check. I think there might have been adult content in those. I don't remember. Because I think that was part of the reason I was like, eh. That, or my other usual reason that I'll set a game to the ignore pile is the, like, depending on art. Because I get pretty picky with my Otome game art styles. A lot of times.
I'd suggest that you leave Britain as soon as you can. I see. There may actually be another option.
Saint Germain glances over at me and relaxes.
But I'll refrain from that one. You did save our lives. I will take your warning to heart.
Sholmes nods.
Then if you'll excuse me, the next time we meet it will be as enemies. Don't take it personally.
I will. With this, Sholmes leaves us.
What an unexpected encounter.
Yes.
I continue to look in the direction he left in. I wonder why. Even though they look nothing alike, I feel like Sholmes and Lupin have something in common.
Something.
Yeah, just something.
Hey, Saint Germain, don't you think that Sholmes and Lupin are alike?
Those two. Let me think. Both feel an immense responsibility for their actions and have unwavering confidence in themselves. Perhaps the stance is the common ground between them.
You're right. They share that extreme self-confidence. What's that like?
Can they give me some? I nod in agreement with his accurate point.
Well, you see, you're gonna have to steal it from Lupin, and then he'll be proud of you.
Though that may be, it's probably best not to mention any similarities to Lupin.
Why not?
When you escaped that train, it seemed that the Detective Sholmes was toying with Lupin quite a bit.
Toying? Sholmes, not Lupin?
Yes, he was quite upset about it. They barely managed to escape with Impey's help, but he was angry that the whole ordeal caused a delay in your rescue.
He toyed with Lupin. That Sholmes person must be very skilled.
It certainly looks like he would be a tricky one to handle. It does seem like our complications have been taken care of. Shall we go? We have to do all of our shopping all over again, after all.
I nod in response, but Saint Germain begins walking in a completely different direction than back to the mansion.
Saint Germain? Are we being followed again?
I run to catch up to him and lower my voice to ask when he stops and laughs.
That's not it. Do you remember why we came out here in the first place?
Oh, shopping.
The Count smiles and nods at my response. Because we had to buy everything all over again, the sun had already set by the time we made it back to the mansion. Then, we report that what had happened to us. When the topic turns to Sholmes, Lupin's expression becomes one of pure disdain. So that pesky trickster is joining the opposition. That's troublesome. Still, he's no match against me. He's still troublesome. No, it's really no big deal. It isn't. But he's really getting involved, huh? It's not a big deal. It's not.
Uh-huh.
Your pride seems to be having a very public battle with your actual feelings. He must have had a really tough time during that abduction mission. That's what happens when you fight using methods that lack any depth. Consider it a lesson learned. Shut up! I got away, so I won! You were about to be caught when I got to you. You were all, Impey, save me already! Not true. I was merely acting hysterical to confuse the enemy. I was planning my miraculous escape from there.
It's only natural that the escaper is at a greater disadvantage when trying to play a small space on the train. Scott is a gentleman thief. Won't let him get over it.
After we finished reporting most of what happened, the biggest problem remaining is Victor's wanted notice.
We do. Would it be best if we just shut ourselves in the mansion?
If we do that, they'll eventually detect our location and surround us.
This location will be easily found if both the military and the Yard are looking for us on top of Twilight.
Then, should we escape London and set up a hideout somewhere else? That's not a bad idea, but it's going to interfere with our search for information on Isaac. There's nowhere else as good. What? There's nothing we can do?
No. There is one way.
Victor looks up at us all, and everyone's eyes are on him.
Listen carefully, AC. I think Twilight and Finis are searching for you independently of the others. I don't think the British government is involved for the search for you either.
No!
Hmm?
Don't be an idiot, Victor!
Good point. If the government was looking for her, then they probably would have expanded their forces in the first place.
Wait a second there. Wasn't it the Queen's guards who were trying to kidnap her in the first place?
I believe that Finis used his position to use them for his own purposes. Think about it. Even though they failed to capture her, the government hasn't launched any sort of investigation.
Oh.
That means the only one who the government is after is me.
Don't be an idiot, Victor. Victor says this with a great deal of force behind his words. Saint Germain's voice hardens a little, as if he senses that something is off.
Something. I don't know. Hard to put my finger on it. Are you considering turning yourself in?
Turning himself in... Is Victor willing to sacrifice himself to divert the government's attention away from us? Even though we are fugitives at this point, I don't want to think about handing him over so easily.
That would be saving ourselves at your expense. I don't like that.
Impey agrees with my initial negative reaction. Want to be able to sleep with that on my conscience? I'm against it too! In response to our protest, Victor smiles grimly and waves his hand.
No, that's not it. I can't let myself be captured just yet. There's still something I need to do.
Create the Philosopher's Stone? Make a monster? Make a monster's wife?
He already is a monster.
Hey! And what is that?
It's not really relevant right now. The point is, I feel that I have a way to negotiate with the government to get them to stop chasing us.
Negotiate with the government? That's a pretty outlandish idea. So if I decide to move forward with your if I decide to move forward with your negotiation idea, who would we speak to? Reckless words won't get you any help. Victor slowly shakes his head at Van Helsing's challenge.
It's fine. I'm not saying this out of desperation. I know we have a good chance.
He quietly sighs and turns to us with determination. Back in Undertale. Turns to us with determination.
Uh-huh.
We're back in Undertale.
I'm going to get Victoria on our side.
Victoria? You don't mean Queen Victoria?
Yeah, we're best buds. I just call her Victoria without the title.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. As I mentioned before, Queen Victoria wants to capture me. She wants certain knowledge that I have. But her greatest fear is that this knowledge will be leaked to other countries. If what I know gets out, the current international situation could be overturned and place Britain in a difficult situation.
International situation, huh?
That's quite a large stage you speak of.
So, you're thinking of approaching Queen Victoria using this knowledge as a bargaining chip?
Yes. In exchange for not spreading my secrets to other countries, I will ask her to guarantee our safety and freedom. I'll expose to her that Twilight is after us as well, and have her restrict Finis's actions so that we're not targeted. That way, we can resolve all the problems surrounding us at once.
If it was this easy, this game wouldn't have like 10 more chapters.
Well... And what is this knowledge? I can't tell you.
Wonder why. Thought I saw a dark shadow cross Victor's face when this was brought up. No matter. If you're that confident, then you probably stand a good chance of success. If you get results, I have no complaints about the methods involved.
But Victor, this isn't something that can be done easily, right? There must be a reason why you've been running all this time without doing this. You're very perceptive. You're right, AC. It was something I'd been considering, but Queen Victoria is the highest-ranking politician. If she doesn't agree, I'll probably be locked up in some research lab, never to see the light of day again. That's why I escaped.
Are you sure? You're going to have the most dangerous role if you're trying to use yourself as a negotiation piece.
That's fine. I don't want to cause trouble for all of you.
I can see a strong light in Victor's gentle eyes behind his glasses.
Victoria and Finis, we're up against the most powerful people in the country. If we miss this opportunity, we'll be swallowed up by their power in the blink of an eye.
Oh crap, I just blinked!
Oh no. The more time passes, the tighter the news Twilight, the military, and the police is creating will be. Before they catch us, we have to make the first move. That naturally puts all of you in a dangerous position as well. I know it's a lot to ask, but I need your help.
We all looked at one another and then... Why not? I'm in. We need a breakthrough either way, and if you say you're ready to take this on, then I have no objections. And I'm in too! It would be totally lame if we get caught and didn't even put up a fight before being thrown in prison. You don't even need to ask me. Life as a refugee was getting pretty cramped. I was becoming bored with it. If we have a means to free ourselves of the situation, we should go for it, no matter what.
Then I shall cooperate as well, though I don't think there is much I can do. I'm fine, if that's what Victor wants. Thank you, everyone. I promise I will repay you all for this kindness.
Victor says this with his usual smile, but for some reason it looks to me like his smile is forced.
But it's not his usual smile.
Oh my gosh. I'm
Pretty
tired.
music.
And I'm tired.
Should we stop?
An hour and a half? This would probably be a good place to stop.
Probably.
And you have to leave pretty like 20 minutes anyway.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what this scene is. I don't remember if it's short or not.
So let's stop here then.
Okay.
And then next time we'll just pick up here.
Yeah, we're playing this again on Wednesday anyway.
Yeah. So we're fine. Thank you everyone for joining.
Thanks for joining and come back on Wednesday.
Yeah, like we said, we'll be back
Join
Wednesday.
us again on Wednesday for more Code Realize.
Yeah. No, thanks for coming, Mick. And thanks, Pi, for listening as a podcast while you're driving. Bye.
Your drive is going well, bye.